just rather watch me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. I'm going into oblivion. Into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, 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 oblivion. I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. Now you wanna see me fall from a quarter mile. I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion, oblivion.
Oh shit, no, I need...
It's time to end the ride. Fading it too slowly. Were those gonna lift me up this time? You were the only one who got me tripping up inside. All the words you told me, am I reading something different from your eyes? See you for a moment, even hope that I could feel you. I see you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. I see you for a moment, even hope that I could feel you. I see you. All that I wanted was to tell you that I need you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Now I'm finally right here with you. Your voice is getting nearer. Heart is pumping, thoughts are running wild. We got a good thing going. Why we gotta feel amplified? Stay into the morning. Countless hours spending by your side.
Madge.
Yeah, they're finally here. It looks like it. So we are now starting the stream. We have, so for today's match, we've got Black Velvet and Team Berator playing. So yeah, we're finally here. It's our first cast together, Harry. Are you excited?
No, I hate you. Yes, I'm
Oh,
very
come on, you've
excited
gotta
to
be
be
excited.
here.
Why wouldn't you be excited? Of course you're excited. Come on.
I'm very excited for this game to play out. I'm excited to see the different levels of talent on both rosters. And
Yeah,
I'm very interested to see the different strategies that are put into play.
Yeah, so so for Team Black Velvet, we're having Kill Contraction, Sharpness, Exy, Huko, Terra, and Alex playing for them. And then on Team Berators, we've got Hulu, another Terra, Jub, Reptar, Scoops, and Cosmic. So yeah, we got what you call it. We got two Terras playing today.
Oh, that's
And
good.
so yeah, looking on, so for Team Black Velvet, Killer normally plays Hanzo. He has a flex role. Sharpness plays Zarya, also has the flex role. You've got Exy on the Diva, is a tank player. Huko plays Winston, is a tank player. Terra playing Zen is the support. And Alex playing Genji is the DPS. So, we may be seeing a bit of triple tank and solo support running from them. You know, they can run a bunch of comps. They could... So normally the triple tank you kind of want to run is you got your Mercy, you got your Orisa, you got your Diva, you got your Hog, and then you got your double snipers. But you can see,
It does definitely seem like that.
yeah,
It
we'll
does
be running.
definitely seem like there is a massive tank composition coming out from Black Velvet.
Yeah, definitely. With only having one support, they're gonna probably have to try and like work around it. They may have their flex switch on or one of the roles. We'll probably be seeing some intricate comps run by Black Velvet, but it'll be exciting to see like what they can run and what they can actually do with those type of comps. And
Most
so
definitely.
yeah, and then rolling over to Team Berators, you're gonna have Cthulhu playing Zen as the support role, Terra playing Anna, or Terra is his favorite role, playing Anna on the support. You've got Jub playing his favorite role is Hanzo on the flex. You've got Reptar, his favorite role is favorite hero is Farah on the flex role. You've got Scoops, whose favorite hero for some reason is Junkrat. He's gonna be playing tank though today. And then you've got Cosmic, whose favorite hero is Ryan, so he's going to be the main tank for the team. So this team, you've got Probably since they've got 2 supports, 2 flexes, and 2 tanks, we're going to be seeing a normal 2-2 comp from them. A lot of double sniper, hopefully, bit of Ryan Zarya, and mostly Zen. They could also pull out the Ana, especially since we're going to be playing Gibraltar today, which is a perfect map for Ana to sit up on the high ground.
It definitely does have the sight lines. As long as the team has good enough communication to be able to go back within the sight lines or to set up in an area where Ana is uncontested for sight lines, as well as the ability to peel back for their team, it'll be very difficult, I think, especially with the current meta not favoring Ana. However, it will definitely be interesting to see.
Yeah, so for the maps today, we are going to be rolling with the first map being Gibraltar. Is an escort map. Gibraltar, it's a very divey map for the very first and second point. You kind of have to control that high ground if you want to be able to like pass that defense. If the defense controls the high ground and you really can't get up there, they're going to just kind of spam from above. So you need to take that high ground. Going on to the third point at the ramp, most defenses you can swap over to Ryan Zarya or stay Ryan D.Va. The Ryan's like just really, really good there to have a shield, because having the high ground there like isn't as important as trying to control the ramp on that payload.
Most definitely. And I think with Gibraltar, we're going to be seeing the advantage shifting towards the 2-2-2 composition that Berettas is most probably going to be running.
Yeah, definitely.
As per the norm. However, I don't think I can count out Black Velvet coming third last season for.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna play a major factor. They've got that experience already since they've played together. They've come third. They've got organized, especially coming up against this new team.
Exactly.
So it's definitely going to be interesting. And then for the second map, we're going to be rocking onto Nepal. We're going to be playing Control. Again, the 3 maps for Nepal, you've got Village, which you can play lots of things on there. You see a lot of Foreign Mercy. You see a lot of Ryan Zarya. It is definitely a close important map, especially on the control point. Especially sometimes you can see some Reaper May. That is fun to see, but it does get hard countered by Foreign Mercy. So we're going to be seeing a lot of comps run by here. I think this map does favor Black Velvet though, especially if they do decide to run triple tank. It is a very close imported map, so especially if you're running that triple tank, you just roll over them.
Most definitely. It'll be very interesting to see what type of composition Berettas runs on here, because it's notable that Barra is a large part of their composition, especially Terra running it. I believe it was Terra running it last season.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see. However, I think the mechanical skill and the tank brawling skills from Black Velvet will take out that map.
Yeah. Especially on the other 2 maps, you've got the indoor. I think it's called Sanctum. On on Nepal. You're going to be you're going to be running. You're going to see a lot of Rissa Hog down there, especially with a Rissa's pull. It's really overpowered to get those environmental kills, especially since they're one shot and it's just a right click from Orisa. You can see a lot of Lucio, especially on that map for the boops and just getting to the control point first and making sure you have that control. And it's just going to be really important to just see what team is going to make use of the environmental factors going into that map.
Most definitely, and there's no better feeling as an Orisa main than to pull someone into the pit. The darker pits, as I call it.
Not just one, but multiple. You can get big pulls. You see big pulls coming out from people most of the time on that map.
Exactly. Nothing more satisfying, I say.
And then going on to the third map on that, if it does need to go to a third map tiebreaker, it is it's not Ruins. It's Village and Sanctum. Is it it's the third map called Ruins?
Is it a third?
Yeah, the third map. It's like
It's not Ruins. It's Village. It's Village or Shrine.
Shrine. Shrine. There you go. It's Shrine. Shrine is another one. You see, you dive right on Shrine, especially since it's a very wide map. You've got the high top left in the apartments, and then you've got the low where the double health pack is. You run a lot of dive on this map. It's very exploitable to get caught out. So you just run a lot of dive. Just make sure you dive that backline and make sure you're all over their supports. And whoever wins on the dive mostly is gonna probably win out the map.
Most definitely. However, I do think that Ryan Zarya will be used throughout the entire game just because of how strong Grav Dragon combo really is.
It is. And so that is going to be that. And then rolling onto the third map, we're going to be rolling onto Volskaya. Volskaya is a map where the defense, you can run so many things. You can run passive dive, where you sit underneath the little dome on the point. You just sit underneath there. You look at as the offense coming through. You can counter dive them. You can play Orisa Hog, Orisa Diva. You can set up on the high ground with double sniper. You can run so many things, especially on this map. Sombra is great on the first and second point, especially for the double health pack on the first point, and then the 2 double health packs on the second point. There is going to be a lot of things that are going to be on this map, and especially if Team Berettas decide to play Sombra into triple tank against Black Velvet, that Sombra is going to be getting a lot of ult charge very, very quickly.
Most definitely. And another thing that I'd like to see is a bit of Widow play from Alex on this map. Being part of my team last season, Alex is a fantastic Widow and a fantastic Hanzo. Being able to see him snipe on this map will be absolutely incredible.
Yeah. And just talking about the snipers, the new patch came out and you can't actually damage boost Grav Dragon anymore. So if you want to try and go for a Grav Dragon and Zenyatta has trans, you're going to have to find a lot of extra damage going into that because the damage boost has been removed off the Dragon, so it doesn't go through trans as much anymore. So unless the opposing team that uses the Grav Dragon has a lot of extra damage, like a Genji Blade or Pharah coming in, they're not going to be actually able to kill the team in the Grav.
I think if they're able to catch someone on the outside of the healing range, because it does do less healing out there, I do believe that they'll be able to get just that extra amount of damage in with a Ryan Hammer, shall we say, just because it does that instant damage. And
Yeah.
Dragon already is a strong ultimate that goes through quite a bit of the Transcendence healing.
And then rolling on to the fourth map, we've got the home of all Zarya mains out there, King's Road. Probably my favorite map, in my opinion, in the actual map pool, in the actual game. King's Road, it's a great map. You see so many comps. You can run any type of comp from this. If you're on the offense, you can run Goats, which is 3-3. You just roll straight on the point. You roll over the offense. You can run Dive to make sure you get control of the high ground first. But then going into the second part, you need to switch over to Ryan Zarya, or at least Ryan Diva. Having a Ryan there, especially since it's so close and quartered, you can receive so much spam off the defense. So you are going to, for sure, need a shield of some sort, at least, rolling onto that third point, or that second point, sorry. And then rolling into the third point, there is a lot of high ground. So having snipers up there is extremely powerful for the defense. So maybe running a dive on the third point could also be good for the offense as well. But again, it's just such a close and quartered map. It's great for having a Zarya, because your Zarya can bubble your tanks, get a lot of charge, get grabs quickly, and especially since it's so close quartered, you're not going to be able to escape that grab, are you?
No, you're not. Looks like we're starting to head into our first point, our first map. What's point Gibraltar?
Yeah, as we were talking about Gibraltar, it is the divey map. You're going to be seeing a lot of dive on the offense. You could see some Ryan Zarya from the offense, but it's going to be really weak for them, especially since they won't have control of the high ground. But yeah, we are going to see Team Black Velvet on the defense and Team Berettas on the offense, I think, if I am correct. I might be wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong. That'd be kind of awkward, wouldn't it?
He spelled Black Velvet wrong.
Wait, did he actually on stream?
He spelled Black Velvet wrong. In the actual game. It looks like the defense is going to be a high ground defense with a soldier, a Zarya Ryan, which is interesting. So no dive for the defense, but that's okay. They won't be able to... Wait, no, that's the attack.
Yeah,
Ryan
that is
Zarya
the
on
attack.
attack with the soldier.
We're still
And
going to see a
on-
Ryan on the defense, though. We keep seeing Huko and Xe running Ryan Diva. Yeah, having the Diva is really important, just to fly up on the high ground and dive the high ground. And it's going to be just like really important for her to make sure she's contesting the payload while also getting up on the high ground and helping her teammates. But we're also going to see a Brig run by Killer Contraction on the defense. Really, really good for countering that dive. You see the Winston and the Diva normally trying to dive in, just shield bash them, stun them, and just slap them around with that big that big
Mace.
mace, that big
Shield.
mace of his. Yeah, I forgot what it was called.
That's fine. I think one of the more interesting picks, however, is Alex not going with a sniper, instead going with a McCree.
Yeah, McCree did get a buff on his range as well. It went up from 20% fall off to 50%, so he has a lot more range now. He can do a lot more damage to the range, but we're gonna get started.
Yes, we're gonna get started. It looks like they're just chilling in the spawn right now, trying to get a feel of what the composition of Black Velvet is. FPS, Myth, and Terra start walking out of the spawn and get on.
We're looking for a pause.
Looks like they're calling for a pause.
Yeah, they're looking for a pause. It's Control Shift plus if the person does not know it. So you just do your Control, your Shift, and your plus, and you will get this pause. It's still 30 seconds. We're gonna be waiting. Is it Doug's control? Doug needs to pause. How it, Doug? Doug, is Doug here? Is Doug AFK?
Are they're good? Okay, are they good?
Yeah. We should probably
looks
wait.
like they
We'll restart this. Should we restart this? I think we should restart this. They lost 45. Yeah, I think we should get a restart. Is Doug here? Doug, yo, Doug. Yo, so what's Doug's battle
It
tag
doesn't
again?
look like they're going to be restarting, actually.
It's Lord Moth,
So,
isn't it?
FPS Myth managed to get a pick on. FPS Myth was picked off by
Yeah,
Terra.
there you go. We're going. No, you pause it. We're gonna be restarting.
Okay, we're gonna be restarting. So technical difficulties. Guys.
There you go. Right. I'm guessing they had a technical difficulty on the the offensive team. There you go.
Guys, I am not AFK. Just give me a moment.
Seemed like you're AFK. Come on, Doug. Come on, Doug. God damn it, Doug. But yeah, I'm guessing each team knows what their team is going to be running, so we may see different comps run out or the exact same comp.
I think out of fairness, out of at least fair play, it should be the same compositions. However, you'd never know. It looks
Yeah.
like Killer might be going on to the Hunter. No, he teased it.
He teased it. He's teasing us. How dare
He
he?
teased it.
He's being
It looks
mean
like
to
they're going
us.
to be running the same compositions. Might have to have someone back up.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see a Myth on the Soldier pick. Soldier, definitely an off-meta hero in this double sniper Ryan Zarya meta. But as I said, Soldier also got a buff on his range, so he does more damage at range. And we're going to be seeing... It's going to be cool to see Myth on this Soldier and see how he does. And how he's
It
going
definitely
to
is
try
going
and
to be
utilize it.
interesting. Oh, Killer coming out on the Reaper this time instead of the Brigitte. That's interesting. That'll definitely... Reaper is a very good close range hero. Dropping down off the high ground will be much better for him.
Yeah, especially with his new Wraith buff, which gave him the speed increase. He can drop down from the high ground, get a couple shots in, maybe get a kill or two, then Wraith out and probably use his Shadow Step to get back to his team. It's going to be very efficient for them as long as they can keep him alive. But at range, he's going to be niche good. He's not going to do anything at all.
Most definitely. As we see them hiding in the little room on the right side up on the high ground. We've got Sharpness on the Mercy, which is definitely not one of his heroes that I would imagine him on, being an off-tank and a DPS main most of the time. However, it definitely is interesting.
His preferred hero was Zarya, but we nope. And there goes
Kill
Kill
him.
Contraction.
He crashed. His PC crashed.
His PC crashed. Nice. Nice.
This is
Okay.
Brilliant. Brilliant. If you want to swap over to the cameras quickly. Yep. Okay. So while we're
One
here,
more pause and this game is over. We're just gonna
Yeah.
keep on pausing.
Yeah.
Ugh. No. I think it's
NA.
West. It's West Coast, isn't it? It'll probably be West Coast.
West Coast NA, yeah.
Maybe it's because you're streaming. Maybe you're gonna get a bit of lag from that, right? But who knows? But yeah, again, for a very divey map, we are going to be seeing two Ryans played. It's going to be really interesting to see how the Ryans play it and like how quickly Huko is going to give up the high ground to the offensive team. I think they need to protect it with their life. They need to protect it like it's a king. They need to sit on their throne up on that high ground and make sure they never give it up. And I think if they do that, they'll probably end up keeping this match up, or winning this match, I'd say. Because as long as they have the high ground, they have Alex up there. He's just gonna dome a couple heads, and as long as they don't let Myth and Jub get up there, they should be good.
Most definitely. I think one of the things that I'm most looking forward to is how the tanks synergize here. Hugo and Ixi, I don't believe have played together before, with the exception of maybe some practice. However, I would like to see how aggressive Hugo is in difference to how passive Ixi is on the D.Va most of the time.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be harder for Hugo as well, especially since he is a D.Va, and while Cosmic is going to be having the Zarya. The Zarya, say, if Hugo wants to go in and he wants to, Ixi, Ixi's going to Matrix him, Reptar is just going to rip through that Matrix, especially with his beam, and Hugo's going to take a lot of damage, so they've got to make sure they keep Hugo up, especially when he's going for those Rhyme 1v1s or he's brawling, because Reptar, Cosmic's going to have a lot of bubbles applied to him from Reptar. So it's going to be see how both the tanks are going to work together and synergize, especially since they're using a different type of tank comp.
Most definitely. However, I do think that Ixi, with his defense matrix, will overall be better, especially protecting his backline supports against that Hanzo and against that McCree. However, I do think that it will end up being quite useless, especially with no dive going onto the backline. It won't be needed for Ixi to have to peel very often.
Especially,
of course, McCree being a long-range hero and Hanzo also being a long-range hero, not really needing to go forward and flank the supports, instead focusing on the picks.
Especially with Hanzo's new buff, that Storm Arrow has a total time of 6 seconds, so you can press that E and you can wait as long as you want to fire those Storm Arrows. D.Va's defense matrix only lasts 2 seconds, so say there's a 1v1 in the backline and Ixi's going to peel. If he doesn't peel well enough and use that matrix, Jub is going to be able to kill the supports very, very easily, especially with how long Storm Arrow lasts compared to matrix. So Ixi's got to be very careful at using that matrix on his team.
Exactly. As we see, Killer has just come back online, so he will be joining soon, and we will be starting the game very soon again.
He's back
Killer
in the
has
game.
just managed to join back.
He's back in the
There
game.
we go.
So we should be unpausing soon. We should be rocking and rolling eventually. Only
The
took a
issue
while.
here now is that Killer will have to pick his hero and then get back to the
Get back to the
setup
team.
zone.
Yeah, he's gonna be
So
walking.
at the
He's gonna
moment,
be
it will be
walking.
a 5v6 in favor of Raiders. So it'll be interesting to see what Black Velvet do, whether they'll back up a little bit or whether they'll keep with the forward push and just try and stall it just that little bit for Killer to get back. Still waiting.
Still waiting.
gonna get
Still
there
still
eventually.
deciding. You know,
What?
we can keep the stream
Eventually
going at
we'll
least.
get
We can keep the stream going at least. We're entertaining people. We can keep everyone
Yes, and
excited.
I'm handsome.
Let's get some talk in the Twitch chat. How's everybody's day going? Whether it's night, day, or in the middle of the day for you, how's it rock and rolling, everybody? We're glad you're here. You know, it's good to have you here. You know, it wouldn't be
I'm
fun.
not.
It wouldn't
I
be fun if it was
Yeah.
just us two, would it be, Harry? It's glad that we've got some friends on the ride with
Oh,
us.
most definitely. Most definitely. It'll be very interesting. Hopefully, when the act starts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
However-
We're unpause. We're going. Here we go.
Unfortunately, there we go. So it looks like they're coming with the Rhine Zarya comp with FPS Myth on the McCree. Taking up the high ground is Black Velvet. And FPS Myth by himself just pushing the payload. They need to remember to move that to the end. And Terra gets a pick on FPS Myth. What a volley.
Yeah, he
A
got
res
domed.
comes out from Terra behind the Rhine shield. Excellent res and cover for the res. And they're just going to keep pushing the payload. They don't need to go up and contest the high ground. They just need to keep pushing the payload. And they know that. Looks like Black Velvet is going to be dropping down on the other side now, trying to get ready to contest, holding at the choke point. Terra and Ixi still on the high ground though, so the off tank and one of the off healers is still there. Killer looks like he's going for a flank around the back line. As we see the drop down coming in, defense matrix from up the top from Ixi is going to, and,
And another pause. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh yes. Oh great. Back to the cameras. Back to the cameras. It was on the cameras the whole time? Oh, come on. So they didn't even see anything? They just had to listen to Harry's lovely voice. I could imagine it anyway. If I had to close my eyes and listen to Harry's voice, I could imagine the whole sweet thing.
Oh, you're too kind.
I'm too kind. You already fixed it.
Yeah, it's on cams. We know. He got taken by. This is great. Top quality right here. He needs an invite. He was AFK the whole time. What?
That is. Press F. We gotta send Fs in chat to pay respect to this man who was AFK during his match. He's like, I don't care about this match. I'm gonna go put in a pizza or something and just go relax while my team does everything. Don't even need to play.
Yeah.
Ah.
We're still paused. Although, while we're paused, I am able to see the health bars, and Ixie is getting very low.
Yeah, he definitely needs to watch that just so he doesn't get DMX. He needs sharpness to probably fly up there, give him a bit of health. One of the two.
Most
But
definitely.
we could actually just commentate on this pause button. It looks so beautiful. This pause button, right in the middle of our screen. It's perfectly in the middle of our screen. It's not too far to the left, not too far to the right, not too far up, not too far down. Perfectly centered in the middle of our screen, just so we can see it.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Just for this pause screen, I would give a 10 out of 10 to Blizzard.
Our friends, yep, they can see it. They can see on the stream. They saw it for a slight second, the pause button. yeah.
For a slight.
What are we? We
There
still
we go.
got
Jump joins back.
we still got another possible 4 maps after this. If we get 3 pauses every match, wow, it's gonna be a late bedtime for Big Old Man.
Chop. Oh jeez. Oh gee. Can this be the last DC?
Can this
Yeah.
be the last DC? Everyone else DCs from the game.
Oh my god.
Oh no, there's another DC in Terra. But which Terra? Find out next time on Overwatch Major Gamers.
Jesus. He'll be 2 mins. PC. Please just end this game and restart it.
Are we gonna have another restart? Another restart? Really? Really? Too many DCs. Another restart.
Goodness. Sug
How about we all just go play some quick play, guys? I think that'll sort out the situation. All the teams just leave. We just go stream some quick play. Everyone's happy. They at least get to watch some Overwatch gameplay, some intense Overwatch gameplay from this nice pause button.
Oh jeez, guys, this is incredible. It's incredible in one sense.
A work of fine art here. We are seeing the highest tier of Overwatch gameplay.
Oh gosh, we've got 31 viewers as well. This is.
I hope we're keeping our 31 viewers entertained. I hope
Yes,
so.
I hope you didn't come here for great quality.
No, of course they didn't. They found out we were. They found
my handsome face
Harry,
and you listened
listen.
to me soothing voice.
the 31 people who were in our stream. They came because they heard we were casting us two
Yes.
together. They're like, oh. Imagine how we're
Yes.
casting. I can't believe this. It's the first time ever in my life. How can I miss on this opportunity? And they've come here.
Exactly.
They've come to watch us. There's no reason they wouldn't.
And there's no reason for them to be disappointed either. They get to listen to your amazing British accent.
Oh,
and they get to see my amazing face and hair.
What do you mean? We're missing the most important fact. You rarely get to hear Australian accents. There's only one Australian caster in the whole of Overwatch League, man. Uber.
Yeah, man.
You've got a better voice
Uber.
than Uber. Who even is Uber? Harry's the new Uber. Who even is Uber?
Can we get the Harry is the new Uber?
Harry is the new Uber. It's not Uber X. It's Harry X.
Oh god. We will eventually be starting the gameplay, guys. I promise we will eventually start.
I think that's a promise you can't actually keep, Harry. Are you sure you're gonna make that promise? Are you sure? With the amount of pauses we had, are you
I feel
sure?
like this is actually the hill to die on.
Would you bet that life? Would you bet your life on that promise you just made? Making sure
I
this
feel
game
like
of
that would
Overwatch
be
will
a
actually start.
terrible idea.
I think that'd be a terrible idea as well.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Still waiting for this. We will eventually get there. I'm sorry for the hold up, guys. Ugh. One day.
One day. One day? More like 1 year. No, I'm just joking. I feel bad.
Day. It's so hard to keep you
Yo,
guys
yo,
entertained.
yo. Are you sure?
Harry
You want me to
looks
take over?
worried
Honestly,
now,
no,
someone
listen,
said in the chat.
listen, guys, alright? Jet, me and Jet can jump on. We can show you some top 500 GM level gameplay while this is waiting. I bet Jet would be down to do that. He's almost back.
Freaking
Oh, he is almost back. Hopefully he's
He's
almost
almost
back.
back. Here we go.
Oh, and see how it goes.
God.
Like a 1v1. So we have everyone has to play McCree. Yeah, 2v1, and everyone has to play McCree. And like see how the top 500 does against the two master players.
Oh, God.
Nah, it could be me and Harry versus the world. We can start a new series. Me and Harry versus the world.
I'm gold. What are you talking about? Get me out of
It,
here.
it doesn't even matter, right? Me and you with
Gold
with,
casted or mega level.
with a dynamic duo. Nothing could stop us. Nothing could ever stop us.
There we go. Okay, we're actually going to be restarting the match just because of the
Nice.
amount of time that we spent. Here we go.
Harry,
Are
you know what they say,
eventually
Harry?
going
Harry,
to
you know what
start.
they say?
What do they say, Madge?
Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
Hell yeah. Not enough players. We haven't even got everyone
Nope.
back in yet.
We haven't even got everyone. You know what? I might. Give me a sec. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm kind of thirsty.
Alright. Yeah, you can go and get a drink. And I'll keep people entertained, hopefully. So,
Bit of a gargle, just to entertain everyone.
oh, God.
Oh. But yeah, you can. If we switch, honestly, can we switch over like the cabs to actual gameplay and see some intense level gameplay? Look at this can't move, Harry. It's flying.
Oh, God.
It is
Looks like they're having
flying
a little
about.
dance off.
Yeah, they're just chilling. Everybody's chilling.
Alex, how's the TJ emote? Yes, they're kicking it out. There we go. Terra's managed to join back. And there we go.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be starting this game now. Eventually. 30 seconds.
I don't think you should say that, Harry. If you say that, it's gonna end up crashing again, and someone's gonna end
I
up.
swear to God. Oh, God.
Alright.
At least it won't affect the game too much.
I'm gonna put something in the chat. Hopefully they'll listen to me. Hopefully they'll listen to me.
Okay. Harry Smelly ass. Wow, no thought. Wow. NA Overwatch. This is NA Overwatch here, PCs. Okay, so we're gonna see the exact same team comp from the first time.
The
Killer
very
on
first.
Regista. Yeah, the very first one. Here we
The
go.
very first. Wait, what even was the first one? How can you remember that? It seems like such a long time ago.
It
the
does. It does. It really does. We're
Honestly,
gonna see
right
them
now.
taking up the exact same position by the looks. Same composition comes out from Team Barriators. Good to see.
I don't think we need to go over explaining the whole comp again.
No, we don't. We don't.
We don't. We've gone through that twice. I don't think we need to go through it a third time.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
sure?
Anyway,
I think
right
everyone
now,
wants to hear it.
right now
Twice.
it's 3:22, right? 3:22 in the morning. Jake's behind me. He's chilling with his Riptire. He wants to see some high Overwatch gameplay. If we don't see some high Overwatch gameplay, he's gonna rip that Riptire on me. So
Well, here
I'm
we go. We're
hoping.
gonna be starting again. And looks like they're coming out from the top this time, with the exception of FPS Smith. Reinhardt drops down onto the payload, starts to get it moving as we see Ixi up on the high ground with Huko and everyone else also up on the high ground. We're gonna see them moving the payload. They don't need to contest the payload. They don't need to contest the high ground. They just need to move the payload. And it seems like they're just gonna let that happen for now, Black Velvet. Terra gets a pick on Jub. So all 3 times, Terra has managed to get a pick onto someone from Team Barriators. And it doesn't look like they're going to be getting the res. In fact, it looks like they're going to be committing to the 5v6. As we see the team drop down, Killer gets a big stun, and a Fire Strike comes in and kills Sharpness. Oh, Mercy down. The main healer down for Team Black Velvet. Ixie's still up on the high ground, of course, and it looks like they're going to back up a little bit. Just respect the fact that their Mercy is dead, but only a little bit. As we see the respawn coming in, Jub comes up on the top, trying to drop down onto Black Velvet. I was Hugo. Terra gets a double kill, killing Jub and FPS Smith, and that's going to be a reset, I reckon.
Yeah,
Or
you saw
XC killing Cosmic, and that's definitely the end of the fight there.
you saw Jub on the high ground. He tried to drop down in behind them, but I think he fell off the high ground, not meaning to. He got discorded from Terra, and Terra's just completely he's uncontested in that backline, and he's already 90% on his ult. He's been doming people
He's
so
been
much.
tearing it up. As we see a
Yeah.
rally come in for Killer Contraction, giving his entire team some arm, which makes Terra even more formidable now.
Yeah, having that shield
armor
on top
with
of
the
that.
shield,
Yeah, he's just gonna be an absolute tank unless they bash that shield down and they get him very low. He's gonna have that armor permanently, and that's gonna be very
Exactly.
scary, especially since he killed two other opposing players.
Exactly. So Ixie diving Jub, and Jub down again. It just seems he's out of position. He's not with the rest of his team, and he needs to understand that the rest of his team isn't mobile. It seems like they're going to be trying to come in now. Earthshatter for Hugo coming up. Terra has his Transcendence ready up. 4 ults coming online now for Black Velvet, and
Yeah,
3
you
ults
saw-
coming online for Team Variators.
You saw Killer use his ult, so you can see Black Velvet coming up to 5 ults, while Team Berea, they're coming up to 6 ults, so they've got to use something in this fight. A minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. They've got to do something, or they're going to be going into that kind of like last second territory.
Exactly. Earthshatter comes out, but a Graviton said self-destruct comes out, manages to kill Ixie. There's the Dragon Strike, and Counter Shatter comes out, gets blocked. High Noon from both sides though, manages to get res coming out on both. But I think that 2 tanks and a healer still there, and I think that's going to be a reset for Variators.
Yeah, you saw so many ults. You saw Terra use his trance, Xe uses self-destruct. You saw Alex use his High Noon. You saw Killer use his Brigitte ult once again. Hugo used his shot. He's already recharged it. They used so many ults in that fight. 4 or 5 on the side of Team Black Velvet, and 4 on the side of Team Beretta.
But the thing to note about Team Beretta is they didn't use any of their support. So they've got both Valkyrie and they've got Transcendence coming into this fight. They're going to be pushing this payload again, using the exact same thing. Killer up on the high ground, being a sneaky little Brigitte. Sharpness flies up there now. Maybe they've taken note of that. Sharpness flying back to kill Hugo, and there's the stun coming from behind from Killer, and a charge comes through from Hugo, killing Cosmic Cortez. Gets the res though, and a shatter comes out again. That was built up so quickly. Transcendence comes out now, keeping his team alive after the shatter. But a rally coming out for Killer, Dragon Strike coming out now for Jub. High Noon as well for FPS Smith. They built up those damage ults so quickly, but get nothing for it. Alex gets FPS Smith, and Killer on the Brigitte manages to get Jub, and he's pushed into the server room, but it's a 4v6 now. And Alex with a big double kill with his Deadeye, killing close support. Xe getting Raptor and Cosmic dying to Hugo, and that's going to be a full hold for Black Velvet.
Yeah. Team Beretta failed to punish Team Black Velvet there. You saw, so on the defense of Black Velvet, they have a lot of stun potential. They have a lot of crowd control as well. They flashbang and Brigitte stun. They hit it both on the Rhine twice. He got stunned twice. You saw Hugo charge in with that Rhine. He got the pin, but then they got the res off and they died because they had the Zarya. They were able to bubble their Mercy to get the res up, and they were able to res their Rhine. However, they after they got their Rhine up, they let Black Velvet res Hugo again. So even though Team Black Velvet didn't have their own Zarya, they had a D.Va, they failed to be able to punish this Mercy, and they lost that fight because Hugo got rezzed up. He was able to protect his team more. Alex went up on the high ground, went for the flank, used his High Noon behind them, was able to just get behind them, and they were just able to, they left a lot of people uncontested, especially Sharpness and Killer Contraction. The 2 supports, they left them completely uncontested. They won that fight because, they just weren't able to shut the supports down of Black Velvet.
Most definitely. And it looks like a triple tank composition coming out. Like we said, might be the strategy for Black Velvet. Oh no,
Nah, we
they're
just got
swapping off.
baited. Yeah,
Swapping
contraction
off.
switch back
Yeah,
to
we
the
got-
fire. But
we
yeah,
got
but
debated.
we are going to be
NA
seeing
comes.
we are going to be seeing the normal dive coming out from Team Beretta. It is very powerful to run. Oh no, Team Black Velvet. Sorry, it is incredibly powerful to run dive on this map. You get control of the high ground, you push the defense on the lower, you can just kind of chill up there and then dive them all at once. Especially since you have that high ground control, you have so much more mobility if you keep that high ground control.
Most definitely. We are going to see the triple tank coming out from Variators, though, with the Hog, the Zarya, and the Reinhardt still keeping with the Hanzo and the Zenyatta and the Mercy. I don't know whether this is good or not, however, it will stop the dive. And, oh, that's a boop off the high ground. Killer displacing with Reinhardt and diving onto it now. But the healing coming out from Terra and FPS Smith. But they need to go down there now. Killer kills Job, and that's going to be the initiation of the dive. Rez comes in, though, just. Very lucky Rez coming in. As they all get onto the high ground, they all get ready. FPS Smith is down to Hugo. So Hugo putting in some work. Killer manages to get Cosmic. But all the while, the payload is being moved. They haven't managed to contest the payload at all. Job and Reptile managed to come back with a couple of kills, though. Sharpness manages to res Killer up on the Pharah. And that's going to put in a lot of damage as well. They still have yet to kill the Mercy of Variators, though. Hugo diving into the back line, trying to separate. FPS Smith kills Hugo, though. And a whole, very fast whole hog coming out. FPS Smith also gets killed. That might be the reset. Sharpness. Oh, that's a late kill onto Sharpness. And we're going to see the hold.
Yeah, you see Team Black Velvet, or Team Beretta, sorry, they're running this triple tank composition. They are very, very sturdy. You're going to have to find picks on the supports to be able to get this tank, this triple tank setup out of the way, or they're just going to be kept up the whole time contesting this payload.
Most definitely. However, what we did see there is we saw Whole Hog be used. Hugo manages to kill Reptile. Reptile had a position. Barrage comes out from Killer, killing Terra. The Dragon Blade comes out, but Transcendence to nullify it. But in that time, Sharpness manages to res Killer. Dragon Strike comes out, doesn't get anyone. Hugo manages to kill Job with the Primal Rage. Alex kills FPS Smith and Scoops, and that's going to be the point taken. And that's going to be the first map going over to Black Velvet.
Yeah, great Primal Rage over there from Hugo. Alongside the Dragon Blade, Alex got them very low with all the Dragon Blade. Hugo was able to follow up with his Primal Rage, get a couple kills, and just knock everyone around back into their team. And their team was able to follow up. But we are going to see play of the game here from Ixi on the D.Va.
Yes, this is some good tracking here. Top tier tracking, obviously. Alex with that massive double kill with a Deadeye massively assisted him. An 83% kill participation from Ixi.
Wow, that is big. He making sure he is on those kills. He wants to have those gold medals. He is just looking.
Bragging.
He wants those gold medals. He wants those gold medals, dude. Everybody wants those gold medals, and he wants them badly.
I stated at the start of this game that he was a very passive D.Va player. However, it seems like he's doing the complete opposite of what I said. And Hugo is actually being such a passive main tank.
It's what you call Caster's Kiss. Caster's Kiss.
His
Whatever you say,
Winston
the opposite
dives-
is going to happen.
His Winston dives were very calculated, and they seem to be working really well with Alex and Ixi.
Yeah,
So-
but we are going to see Black Velvet go up 1-0 in this best of 4 or a best of 5. And they are going to go up 1-0 in winning in Gibraltar. We're going to come up with Napalm next. And as we talked about it in the pre-intro, there's a lot of different compositions they're going to be running. And it's going to be really exciting to see what the teams kind of bring out on Nepal and the different maps we're going to be seeing.
It definitely is. And one of the things I found interesting was on that defense, Team Variators did actually put up a fight. They did actually manage to hold back an attack. And despite them still being rolled fairly quickly, they were able to hold back that first attack, which I found impressive. They managed to build up the whole hog very quickly. They managed to build up their Valkyrie very quickly as well. However, just not quick enough to be able to stop the team of Black Velvet. I said at the start, the experience of Black Velvet is definitely going to help them out a lot more.
Yeah, and you can see on that first map, when you play an escort map and you hold them on the first point, it's going to give you a surge of confidence, especially since you played first, you held them on that defense first. You know, going on to that attack, okay, we just need to get 1 point. Let's get all of our ults together. Let's coordinate. Let's dive that defense, and let's just get them over and done with. And that's what they did. And since they've just won that map, they're going to have momentum going into Nepal, especially since they're going to be running that 2-2-2, which is going to be slightly more effective on a couple more of the maps compared to the triple composition that Team Beretta is running.
Most definitely. And we've got a substitution coming in. So we've got Kahulu coming in for... I don't actually know who we had him come in for. I can't see who he came in for.
He came
So yeah, Kahulu comes in. Though. Oh, he came in for Cosmic. Okay.
Yeah,
so the
Cosmic.
main tank for Berettas, who I think was one of the brighter spots for them, has been subbed out. So it'll be interesting to see who will take up the main tank position.
It's weird as well because Kahulu, he prefers Zen a lot. He is a flex player, or no, a support player, sorry, but he prefers Zen. So it's going to be interesting to see if they decide to keep running this triple tank composition, or do they put Kahulu on the Zen and then move their Zen player, which was FPS Smith, and they put him on DPS, or they put him on tank. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be going over to. Yeah, but yeah, the next map we're going to be moving on to. We should be getting up.
We're going to be moving on to Nepal, I believe.
Nepal. Yeah, Nepal. We're going to be coming up right and soonish, hopefully.
Soonish.
Hopefully we don't have to take another half an hour.
We will get there eventually. Whew. Let's see. This is going to be a very interesting map, I think. I think it's going to be interesting to see what composition that Black Velvet runs, because we could see their flexibility. Killer went from the Brigitte over onto the Pharah, and I might say he did a very good job on the Pharah. He knocked out the Reinhardt.
I think you're forgetting something here. He went from the Brigitte to the Reaper, and then I think it was to the Hanzo, back to the Brigitte, and then over to the Pharah. He was playing everything. He was playing projectile. He was playing break. He was playing hit scan. He was playing all the roles. He can play anything. He's a very flexible man. He's the man. He is the jack of all trades, as they call them.
I think it suits his team well that he's able to fit onto so many different roles, because they can run so many different strategies now. They can run that Reaper Brawl comp. They can run that Hanzo with the Zarya and Reinhardt. They can run that Pharah Mercy combo, as we saw, to displace. And he built up his barrage very quickly. He managed to get some pretty key kills as well throughout that attack.
Traveling to Nepal.
Yeah, bulk velvet. Bulk velvet.
I thought you'd notice that eventually.
Yeah.
As we move on to Village, is our first map.
Yeah, we were talking about this. There's so many compositions you can run. You see a lot of Pharah Mercy on this map, but you see Reaper May and that double tank, very fast paced composition. But as I said, Village, it's a very close quarter map, especially on the point. When you get onto the point, it's whoever can deal the most damage and break the shield the fastest most of the time.
Most definitely. From the looks of it, the composition is very different to one another. We've got the Orisa Hog coming out from Berettas with a Tracer and the Brigitte, as well as... So it looks like they're running a triple support with a Tracer, Soul DPS.
So probably
Carol
what we're going to be seeing from Beretta, they're going to be playing this bunker comp, and they're going to have Jub running around in their backline trying to look for picks, while they're going to be sitting on the point with a lot of sustainability, especially with the Brigitte, Lucio, and Mercy. They're just going to be kept on high health, while we see as I said, Reaper May, it's going to be run on this map a lot, especially... Oh no, Alex switches over the Brigitte, but we're going to see the May still run on this map. The wall is really effective for cutting off the choke point to the entrance, the control point.
You got debated.
I got debated. He switched over the Reaper. Wow, dude, come on. Why are you going to do that?
Over to the Reaper, and this is a very brawly composition. Swapping over to the Mercy, yeah, this is definitely a very brawly composition. I prefer the Lucio over the Mercy, but you know, more healing done, and that's a halt off the high ground. But it seems like Black Velvet just taking up the high ground, and Berettas getting onto the point. A hook onto Hugo will start this off though, and it seems like they're just going to be charging through the shield. The thing about Orisa is she's not very mobile, so this is just going to keep happening. Hugo gets the charge, gets barriered though, and Killer gets the first kill onto Cthulhu. So the Brigitte down and gets a kill onto Terra as well. Killer getting a triple kill at the very start of this game. Alex killing the Roadhog, and it looks like the Black Velvet is going to be taking the point. The Lucio is still hanging around. He needs to get out of there before he gets staggered and killed.
Yeah, with this Orisa Hog, they're going to be feeding this Reaper so much. They've got huge hitboxes. You can just run up straight to them, and you can say, hey, look at my big guns. I'm going to put them in your face. Deal with it. And he is 77% on this ult. What's called Team Berea really need to switch off the cup. And you see, we are going to see some switches. We are seeing Pharah being placed in. We are seeing a D.Va. We're running over the dive. So we're switching over the dive with some weird supports, but it can work. But we are going to be seeing a Pharah without a Mercy. Now, this is viable since they don't have a hit scan, but they've still got to worry about Terra and those flying disco orbs of destruction.
Most definitely, and that's a huge shatter coming out. 3-man Earth Shatter charges in. Alex manages to get FPS Smith. Hugo kills Scoops, and that's just going to be the team wipe. Alex getting a 4K in that. Terra getting a kill, Hugo getting a kill, Terra killing a Reptar, and that's just going to be a team wipe.
Yeah, we're switching over to this dive. They don't have a shield anymore. If their Scoops places his bubble, that bubbles break. Boom, that is the call for Hugo to go and use that big fat shadow of his. And you can see he's already 50% over to level 1. Because that shadow was so big, he's already charged it halfway already.
Exactly, and I don't know if I like the swap to dive here, especially to Winston. Reaper, of course, very heavily counters this. And a Death Blossom comes out, manages to get FPS Smith. That's a high value target, and that might be the reset straight away.
Yeah, without that Mercy, they're not going to have many heals.
There goes Terra.
Thing.
Terra kills gets Kahulu out of mech. Ixie gets scooped. Baby D.Va goes down. Hugo kills Terra. And that is definitely going to be the reset again.
Yeah, one fight ago, where are we talking about Hugo's fat shot? Oh wait, he's got it again. And they've also got a Marfara, they've got the Mercy ult, they've got the Grav, and they've got the Trance. They've got everything here. This is going to be looking like a great fight for them. And it just depends, like, how Team Berea play this.
Is anyone going to be able to touch a point?
Nope.
No, there's your answer.
Yep, not even gonna get on point. They realize, oh, there's no way we're gonna win this. We're ults. It's just like, nah, there's no point even on point.
What we saw there, though, from Team Black Velvet was a very good ult economy, because they only used, I believe, they only used 3 ults in that entire round. They used the Death Blossom, the Rally, and they used the Earth Shatter.
Yeah, with that
was all they used.
With that Earth Shatter, they charged their Graviton and the second Shatter very, very quickly, so they were able to keep their ult economy up. And with the switches that Beretta made, they weren't able to get a stable economy because they kept switching and they kept resetting their ult charge.
Most definitely. We're going to see the McCree coming out from Killer now, and I think this is just going to be another Lucio speed boost swap to, Mercy. So we're going to see the Pharah Mercy coming out with the Winston D.Va. This is more of a dive-centric map, in my opinion, Shrine. However, we're still going to see the Ryan Zarya being played with the Brigitte, and it's just a matter of teamwork now. As we see the D.Va going into the backline, being demeched with Scoops there as well. Alex kills Kahulu. Scoops goes down to Alex as well. And charge in from Hugo doesn't get anything, but it displaces himself, and he's being targeted down. However, I don't think he's going to be taken down for a while as Terra goes down late. I think it would be wise for them to get out now, especially with Killer picking up Reptar like that.
Yeah, we saw Terra going for the shield bash on the Rhine.
Kahulu trying to get out as D.Va. There we go.
We saw Terra go for the shield bash on the Rhine, and the fact that he's gone in and took like 2 or 3 swings, they needed FPS Smith to pocket him. Kahulu's gone in for the follow-up. He's demeched, and they lose that fight instantly just because they're unable to keep their supports up, especially running this as a second healer instead of a third healer.
And again, we see Rally coming out from Alex. He built that up so quickly. We've got a Dragon coming from Jub at some point, and Terra getting close to the Rally, as well as Reptar getting close to Barrage. It'll be interesting to see how they use the ult. As Scoops dives in with Cthulhu, there's the Dragon that comes out, manages to get a lot of damage off Hugo, actually kills Hugo. Jub also kills Killer. XD kills Terra in return. Barrage comes out from Reptar, gets XD. Alex manages to kill Cthulhu in this though. And it's a very close fight, but the res comes in off Hugo, and they can't allow that to happen. They've allowed that to happen too many times. Scoops gets picked off, and that's going to be the reset.
We've got Alex on this Brigitte, and because he has so much sustain, especially from that Valkyrie and the Zen Orb, he's able to stay on the point as the pillar of their team. And you see, he's already built up another rally. He's just swinging there his mace, and nobody's contesting him, and he's popping it.
And Alex has also built up another rally. While Variators have rally of their own, it doesn't seem like they're grouping up to use it. at the moment. And there's a shadow that comes out. That's a big shadow. Manages to charge the Brigitte. High Noon comes out, manages to get Reptile. Killer with also getting the Cthulhu D-Mech. Alex kills Cthulhu. And Killer kills Scoops as well. And that's gonna be the point. And the game. Map win to Black Velvet. Sharpness getting the kill on Chub Chub. Some Battle Mercy for you. Some Battle Mercy for your stream. And that's gonna be the map win to Black Velvet.
Yeah, again, just much better ult economy coming out from Black Velvet compared to Team Berettas. They were able to keep Alex up there with that Brigitte. He was just swinging his hammer around most of the time. He was able to build up another rally, and he was able to just keep his armor on Terra. The dive, they just couldn't dive them at all with that armor. It's so hard to be able to break it down, and they were just able to have so much sustain and really good ult economy.
Yeah, most definitely. And that was a big shatter as well. Big shatters coming out each time from Hugo. And
yeah, we can see that Alex had 86% kill participation. He was in every single kill, most likely, because no one contested him. He was just over everybody.
It seems like to me that Team Berettas is having a hard time with the Brigitte. I don't know. It's just a little bit of a hunch. But each time that Brigitte has been played, it seems they don't know what to do with it. It seems they see it, but don't know what to do. Now, it looks like we have had a Killer leave.
Yeah, Killer's, he's probably gone. He should be back. Yeah, oh, they're switching servers. Okay, fair enough. That's understandable.
Alrighty, so they're going to be swapping to an AU server due to the team of Black Velvet being mostly AU. So I guess during each half, when we have overseas teams, there will be a swap in servers to make it fairer for both teams. Although, from what we've seen so far, I don't think that's too much of an issue.
Yeah, and the next map coming up, we've got Volskaya. Team Beretta, they need to mount a comeback of some sort. They need to change up. They need to contest this Brigitte that Alex is playing on and dominating. They need to figure out what to do to make sure they have the best.
Yeah, most definitely. They really need to find a way to deal with this Brigitte, though. Because this Brigitte is just starting to destroy them. And it doesn't seem like they're having the target focus at the moment to take it down, even with Orbs of Discord onto it. And so far, this is shaping up to be a very quick series.
Talking about that map, did Terra die at all on that map as the Zenyatta? I swear he didn't. I think he had the armor and so much, and because he had so much sustain, he just didn't get picked off at all.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Terra able to stay alive throughout the entire game, I believe. And Hugo only died once, I think, and that was to the dragon. And even that, he got rezzed. I don't think Sharpness died throughout the game either.
Have you seen in the Twitch chat, by the way? Is that a new code? What the hell?
Harry the Cast.
Harry the Cast. Oh my god. It seems like someone's got a grudge against you.
Wow. What have I done?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, that's weird.
What have I done?
But yeah, we are gonna be moving on to the next map, which is Volskaya. We're switching servers. We're gonna get the lobby back up and running, and we're gonna be getting back into the game later. So, what do you think of the matches so far, Harry? Have they been good?
They've won. That I can say it's been entertaining seeing Killer do the work that he has, and as well as Alex also putting in a bit of work. But so far, I think the star of this team has been Hugo. Being
Definitely
able to
on that main tank.
Yeah, just being able to protect his team, but also do damage.
Yeah, he's been getting really big fatty shatters in this game so far. The play of the game that I got on Village was pretty nutty, and so he's just been able to protect that his team with that big shield of his, and it's just
most
Team Berettas, they're struggling. They're just struggling. They need to figure out how to work as a. But we are getting back into the game. We are rolling onto Volskaya.
Yeah, most definitely, and this is going to be an interesting map to see. Hopefully, Berettas can make this an interesting series. Put up a bit more of a fight. Come on, guys. I believe in you. I believe in the underdogs. It doesn't look like it actually swapped to AU. Yeah, I didn't think it would because there's a majority NA players. To see the
Harry,
game
you're in
about
game, right? Are you in game? Can you send me an invite?
Yes, I'm in game. Did you not get an invite?
Nah, I didn't. I'm here. I'm here, bro. Is it not?
Didn't get an invite.
Yeah.
There you go. Said he was in a...
Wait,
Oh
did you
yeah,
just
they
invite
may
me?
be unable to invite player to custom game. They may be in
Okay,
competitive
yeah.
play.
Let me restart my. That's a monk a shake. I don't know why that is. By the way, I'm waiting for Madge the caster. If we don't get a Madge the caster in chat, I'm disappointed.
If you got to disable Hammond, but I don't think anyone will be picking Hammond.
Oh no,
it
dude,
looks
I'd love to see some Hammond. Like, who wouldn't want to see some Hammond? Just some sneaky Hammond in there. Is he
Oh,
fun?
God.
Is he good? Yeah, but fair enough.
Nice.
So our Mr. Producer has 50 hours on Hammond. We all love this Hammond, but he's not going to be in this season. I think we all agreed on it, since he's not out in actual comp yet, that he isn't going to be plus in game.
Yeah, most definitely. We're going to see the Ryan Zarya defense coming out with the Mercy, Sharpness on the Honor. That's an interesting pick. And then Alex on the Brigitte and Killer on the Hanzo. We haven't seen Killer play the Hanzo so far this season, apart from the failed attempt. We're going to see the Reaper coming out, and Killer gets the pick on Jub. He gets healed up, but the barrier for Black Velvet goes down very quickly. Reptar kills Terror, and they're just pushing forward. The FPS Myth gets Hugo. This is very interesting now. Ixie on point by himself now, with Sharpness getting healed. Kahulu kills Alex. Sharpness dies to Jub. Killer manages to get FPS Myth, but it looks like Jub kills Exie with the Storm Arrows, and Killer's going to be forced to back up, and that's going to be the first point taken with relative ease from Team Raiders.
Yeah,
Very
it was
interesting.
it was a lot more coordinated there. You saw them; they went through the choke together. They talked to each other. They got on the point. They dealt with the high ground people on the high ground, and you see they're already capping this point. And with 2 CP, if you cap this point so fast, look how much time they have left to cap this second point.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. They have a total of 7 minutes to cap this point. If they roll onto this next point, they're gonna have such a time bank that it will give them a lot more sustainability while on the defense.
Sharpness getting the kill onto Kahulu, forcing out the res early. And it seems like the ult charge, however, wasn't built up very quickly. Ixie very close to Grab, and Killer very close to Dragon. Terra getting somewhat close to Valkyrie, but look at the difference between the Graviton Surge counts right now. Alex manages to kill BFB, main tank down, no res. Transcendence comes out with Death Blossom. Grab comes out. That was interesting. Killer gets FPS Myth. Kahulu dies to the charge with Yuko. Killer gets Reptar. That was a questionable Transcendence.
Yeah, definitely questionable Transcendence, because as you can see, the defense now has 4 ults coming up, and they are going to pop that rally. They're going to get their armor on Terror. They're going to get the armor on Sharpness, so the supports have a lot more sustainability. They still have 3 ults now, but we do see the offense coming up to 3 ults. They're working towards that Graviton as well, so we are going to most likely see Grav Dragon come out as soon as Reptar gets that gets that Grav, especially since Terror does not have his trance yet.
Dragon coming out from the side of Killer and doesn't get anything, but it separates the team. Hugo manages to kill BFB. Killer gets Kahulu, and Hugo again killing FPS Myth. Terror kills Terror. Terror kills Reptar. Terror kills Terror. I'm sorry, that's just kind of ironic. Terror gets a triple kill. Terror fragging out in this Zenyatta.
I am you, but stronger, says Terror, as he dominates the other team, especially since he still has that armor. But yeah, great graphic from Killer Contraction, splitting off the tanks, forcing the tanks to come forward, not allowing the supports to come through, and they made sure, as soon as those tanks come through, that they shut them down.
Alex hiding around this corner, probably looking to get a cheeky stun. The Reaper on the side as well, he's just kind of chilling there. I think FPS Myth kind of sees Alex. Yeah, I won't lie. No, maybe. I'm not sure. This is a very this is a very awkward fight. There comes the Graviton Surge, and the Dragon Strike gets 2. Shatter comes out from Hugo, and 2 kills in straight. Hugo gets 2, Killer gets Jug, and Rez comes out from Terra with Valkyrie pop. It looks like they're going to be trying to commit to this fight, but 2 CP, I don't think that's going to be a good idea. BFB is going to get killed here with the Discord Orb on him. FPS Smith and Terra need to get out. Charge comes through from Hugo. They're trying to pursue this. Killer gets FPS Smith. Killer is on a tear on this Hanzo. Terra kills Terra again, asserting his dominance as the better Terra. And Big Ult comes out, no reward.
Yeah, we saw Reptar use the Grav Dragon there, and we saw Terra use the Trans, but he fell out of the Grav and went to the side, allowing both tanks to die. However, Hugo got a really, really big shatter, killing, I think he knocked down 3 or 4 people, and they were able to just clean up that fight with the follow-up since they only caught 3 in the Grav.
Yeah, this is very questionable play after a dominant first point as well. They need to, Jub swapping over to the Soldier. That's an interesting pick. Definitely an off-meta pick, as we said before. It didn't work out on Gibraltar. So let's just see how it goes. Trying to shoot at this barrier right now. Probably trying to break it down. And the rest of the team going through the main doorway. Hugo going in again. Has charged up the Earth Shatter again already. But he dies. BFB kills Hugo. And now they're camping the body, not allowing the res. Death Blossom comes out, manages to get Terra, and a Transcendent comes out. Waiting for the grab. And oh, that's a Grav Dragon, and that's gonna be 3. Killer gets 3. Alex manages to kill Cthulhu. FPS Smith, despite killing Killer, is gonna die to Ixie, and that's gonna be another hole.
As they say, one of the sins, greed. They got very greedy there as Team Berea. They used the Trans to try and keep up FPS Smith as he dived into the backline with that with the Death Blossom, and that was the sign for Ixie. He knew that Trans was gone. He was just gonna throw down that Grav early, make sure he catches as many people, and Contraction comes up with the follow-up with that Dragon and picks up.
It was definitely interesting. Alex using his rally as well now, so giving the armor to people yet again. All that armor that Team Berettas worked so hard to get rid of is back on. Taking the high ground, so both healers and the Soldier. And again, it just looks like they're doing the same thing. He gets stunned, BFB going low, getting healed up though. And a shatter comes out. That's a huge shatter. 3 people go down in that shatter, and 3 people die. That's massive. Hugo again with the big shatter, showing how useful he is to this team. Only Terror escaping with his life.
The big German fighting machine. He has been huge all series so far with his shatters. He has at least got 34 people every single shatter, and he is making sure these shatters count. And with these shatters, he's keeping his ult economy up. They only need to use 1 ult when he uses the shatter, and it charges the Grav, and it charges Killer Contraction. Dragon Strike as well. So very efficient ult economy coming out, and especially huge pace coming out from Hugo.
And Hugo again, back up to 50% on that shadow. His main tank has been, his Reinhardt has been astounding. It looks like they're coming in from the left side now. It looks like they're changing their attack course right now. But they've been spotted out. Fire Strike comes in, and he's back up to 85% already. BFB's only just charged the shadow. Hugo has another shadow. Hugo, oh, BFB gets the shadow. It's huge, but it's no follow-up. He gets charged out of position and killed. Questionable ult. Big shatter comes out again, and that's gonna be everyone dead. That's just gonna be everyone dead. Killer with the Dragon Strike came through. Terra manages to get 2, and Alex kills FPS Smith. And again, Terra's the only one who got out. But he popped the Valkyrie.
Yeah, he did pop Valkyrie, but we saw Hugo overextend there. He got incredibly greedy looking for a shatter angle. It allowed BFB to get a really good shatter in. There was no follow-up from his team. Hugo was able to get back and pin BFB to make sure his team survived, and a lot more ults. And since they've had a really good ult economy, they were able to use the rest of their ults to make sure they survived and not allow Team Burial to get a tick.
Yeah, and again, Xe now getting close to Grav, and they've got a Transcendence coming out. They've swapped over to Dive with triple tank Dive, if that's a thing. Charged out of position, killed. Transcendence comes out. Cthulhu manages to get Killer, and Cthulhu with the later Transcendence. That's not bad. Anti-nated the Mercy though. Great anti-nade for sharpness. Terra picks off Terra again. Graviton Surge comes out from Berettas. Manages to get no one. Oh no, it was Graviton Surge from Black Velvet, my mistake. And that's going to be the team wipe, and that's going to be the round going over to, well, no one. Only 1 point ticked up.
Yeah, we saw BFB get pinned there, so I think they wanted to use the Transcend to try and res him, but the fact that they used the Trans, knowing that EXE had Grav, just screwed it up for him. And I accidentally called them Team Berail. Team Bereas, that's my apology. My bad. Very disappointed as a caster. We're seeing Alex roll out as Hammond. He's baiting us. He knows he wants to play it, but he can't. It's banned. Yikes.
He wants
Big
to,
ban.
but he won't. Symmetra coming out from Killer. Interesting. They might be looking to teleport around the side with the Bastion Diva. This is interesting. Is this just a meme composition, or is this actually a strategy that they've put in play? They've gone to the Rhine Zarya. It looks like they're going to be used. What's going to be happening here?
We've got to pause as Terra leaves, but as we need say, Harry, expect the unexpected. Anything can happen. There's so many different compositions running Overwatch. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, most definitely. I think the strategy for this will be to teleport around the side or teleport behind the main shield. Then they'll be setting up and they'll be melting through the team with the Bastion. It's going to be certainly interesting as we wait for this game again to get going. I don't know what happened to Terra. Ben? Huh.
So we're going to be getting a sub. So we're going to have to wait until we get that. So we're just going to be chilling out with you guys again for a bit.
Yeah. Hi. You get to see me again. It's been an absolute slaughter thus far, despite the first point being taken very quickly by Team Variators.
Yeah, it was incredibly quick by them, but they were unable with 7 minutes to get a single tick. I think Team Black Velvet, they said to themselves, okay, that was a really bad hold point. We need to hold this. We need to get our confidence back. And they did it. They had really good shatters coming up from Hugo, really good Grav timing coming up from EC, especially after Kulu had used his trans. And so they had really good timings on everything. And so the fact is that they only need one tick. They need 1 and 1 tick. Really puts them in position of winning this map, taking it to a 3-0 and winning the series.
Even if it is a draw, however, they still will win the series because the furthest that he can go from there is a 2-1 in favor of Black Velvet. So they really need to hold this first point. They really need to first hold Black Velvet. And it looks like both Terras have gone.
A coincidence? I think not. I think not.
Oh no. Britt with the bad puns. As we're still waiting for things to happen. Things will happen eventually.
Do you think they're related? They've got to be related somehow, right?
Maybe.
There's no way there'd be 2 Terrors like in the same league.
Terra is still in the Team Berators chat on Discord, so
It's like it is exactly the same spelling as well. It's not like a capital T and a lowercase t. It's Terra and Terra, both with a capital T. So it's like
it's definitely interesting. But we've seen where Terra is so far.
yeah, definitely. Black Velvet's Terra has been dominating on the Zenyatta. He has been doming people. He's constantly had armor off Alex, and he has been just rocking and rolling. And there's like
It has been the amount of space that Alex on the Brigitte as well has been able to generate. It seems like Team Variators is so scared of this Brigitte, with the only person who ever really wants to step forward being the Reinhardt player.
would you not be scared of a small Swedish man's niece? I would be. Oh, niece, sorry, daughter. What am I even saying? I don't even know my Overwatch lore. I'm a terrible caster. Wow.
God, get out of here. God.
Okay, I'm going. I'll see you in a bit. I'm sorry. I've let you down.
As we lose Madge. No, he's fine. He'll come back. Yeah, there we go.
Come back, actually. I decided to come back. I still think I can prove myself. I still think I can prove myself. I know you
I
can't.
couldn't do this without you, bud. You're an essential part to this team.
It's the dynamic duo. If one of us leaves, we're not a duo anymore, are we?
Hell yeah. not like like my ancestors were convicts from your country or anything, you know? Nothing like that. You're not like the slave owner or anything.
Of course not. Of course not.
We're going to be seeing, hopefully, shortly, maybe, eventually. We'll get there one day, guys. I promise. We will finish this. We will finish this game, and it will be fabulous when we finish it. But so far, you have to look at Black Velvet, and you have to think Hugo.
Definitely.
Hugo has been absolutely tearing it up on his Reinhardt. His Winston on Gibraltar was a bit questionable. It was a bit passive, but his Reinhardt has definitely come into fruition, as you could say. With shadow. Every single shadow. He always gets at least 3 down.
He is the OMG League's version of Kaiser. The Eye of the Kaiser. He is the Rhine god himself.
The Rhine god himself.
The Rhine god himself. Nobody comes close to Hugo's Rhine. He has been dominating on it. That small mistake at the end is questionable, though. He did get greedy. He left the C-Bow position. It's just a shame that Team Berea could follow up on the shot that BFB got. He got like 3 or 4 people down, and they just couldn't follow up with it.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but I think... Oh, his power might have gone out. Ooh. That's no good. That's no bueno.
That is no good. That is a no bueno. Nicht good.
That is definitely no bueno. We might be seeing a substitution come in. Guys here, the West Coast got EMP'd and lost all power.
Can we get some F in the chat for West Coast people? Some Fs.
Some F.
Big Fs.
F's
It was Sombra.
Okay.
Sombra's come for the West Coast again.
Yeah. Scoops left, Scoops joint. There we go. Terra was removed from custom
Terra,
game.
nope. You know what? They've said Terra's been O2 overpowered. They're like, nope, we don't want this guy in our game. He's too good. Just get him out of here. Out.
Too good. No, it was the wrong Terra. Wrong Terra. Match.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the right Terra. The Terra on what you call it, because Black Velvet were missing one.
Yeah, he may have been unable to get an invite.
Yeah. So I think they just
Matt,
removed
you
him
in
from
the
the
game?
game. Yeah, I'm in the game, bro.
Okay.
I'm just chilling in the game. Okay, I'm always in the game. I'm always here.
3, 2, 1, and it looks like the pause might be stopping now. There we go. So we're gonna get back into it.
Yeah, but as we were talking before, we do see the sim right now. They may be debating us, but we can see the sim. They can go on that right side. They can flank around, especially with that TP and new distance.
I think that's the left side, Madge.
The left side. Well, right side for the defense, left side for the offense, and we got another pause. However, this isn't someone leaving; it's a pause from the producer.
Interesting.
Myth has returned, so Scoops is leaving because Myth
Goodness
Myth powers
gracious
back,
me.
so they're gonna put Myth in.
Okay. I don't think it will make a difference in the end. Myth hasn't been playing a great Reinhardt.
Wow, that's harsh. You know,
Actually, no.
Kind of mean.
No, he...
Myth hasn't
I'm
even played.
sorry.
Has Myth even played at all? I don't think he has.
Myth had just started playing. He was on Reinhardt when his power went out. They were running a triple tank.
Yes. Okay. Was that on Gibraltar?
No, they were doing it just then. Just before.
Oh, defense. Oh,
FPS
fair. Oh yeah, FPS Myth. Okay, I thought it was just Myth, so I was like, what? FPS Myth. Now, okay, yeah. I'm being a silly boy, okay?
I was abbreviating his name, okay?
Okay, but it's like saying Bird Ring. It's like, okay, his Ring now. Ring is playing
His
DPS. It's like, who the heck's Ring? I don't know this man. You can't forget the vital part of his name. Whether it's frames per second or first-person shooter, who knows what the FPS stands for, but it needs to be there. You can't just miss it
They
out.
are running a triple tank again. So, much like Gibraltar, running the triple tank composition. The Zarya Diva this time, and a Doomfist coming out from Reptar.
Doomfist on defense.
But none of them have come out to spawn.
Yeah, they're still struggling to get out of spawn. They're running.
They might not
switching-
even get there on time.
They're switching over the soldier to get back in time. Terra has just switched to Mercy. They're so far back. Are they throwing? Are they giving them the point? We can see yes.
Oh, we're gonna see the
TP on the left,
teleport going
the TP on the left
behind.
side. They're all
Oh.
gonna get there. Terra's gonna go through? Is he not?
No, he's not.
Terra
He's going to
baiting?
be a flanking
Okay,
Zenyatta.
he's
And
gonna be-
Reptar noticed it.
We are seeing a flanking Zenyatta.
Reptar noticed it. And, oh, the Reinhardt flanking by himself is just going to get melted here. Terra kills Reptar. Terra is still behind. He hasn't been noticed. He's just putting in damage. He kills the Mercy as well. He kills PFP as well. Terra is on a tear. He's going in for the Ana now as well. We see a teleport again. Hugo gets FPS with Terra gets Job. Terra is on a tear. Alex gets Kahulu, and that's gonna be the defense rolling over on first point.
A team that has Kaiser and Jay Jonak on this team. I'm feared for this team. This team worries me. We just saw some Jay Jonak-esque play with Terra rolling through the bottom of the point and killing everything. That's scary. That is so scary. 67% on trans already.
Terrifying.
Wow.
He has the most ult charge out of his team. They've just swapped over to dive comp now as well, so Sharpner's still getting close to Valkyrie, but he's on par with Terra right now. Terra is going to build up his ultimate faster than Mercy. Xe manages to kill Terra from Berators. Reptar kills Alex with the Doom Fist. Killer gets FPS Myth on the right. Reptar again gets a kill. We've got our very own Hydration. Sharpness comes in with the res. Xe gets Reptar. Transcendence comes out for Terra. And no damage being done at the moment. Killer gets Jobs finally. Shatter goes out from Myth. Myth gets 2 down. Myth with a huge Shatter might be able to pull this back for his team. Both supports are down. BFB comes in, kills Xe. FPS Myth gets Hugo. Xe dies to Reptar, and FPS Myth kills Killer. And wow. FPS Myth just saved his team
Not
in
one,
that fight.
not 2, but 4 people in that shatter. That was a huge shatter from Myth coming out. And again, as we were talking about, if you're playing Winston against Orion, you don't have a shield. So Ryan is free whenever he sees that bubble to go, is to swing that big hammer and press that big Q button on his keyboard.
Oh, Reptar. Reptar going on the flank right now on the Doom Fist. He's looking for a juicy pick here. Giving a little bit of a spray. Who's he looking for? Who's he going to power?
We are seeing the counter Sombra, however, pulling out against the Doom Fist.
Oh, and he's just dead. Killer manages to get a flick shot onto him. And Reptar's down behind. That's unresable. That's a 5v6 coming out. The rally comes out from Terra, though, on the Brigitte. And now it's just a fight on the point. Charge comes in from Hugo. Manages to get FPS Myth. BFB kills Xe, though. So that's also interesting. Terra 1v1ing the Reinhardt. Res from Sharpness onto Xe. Terra gets Hugo. But at the same time, Terra gets Reptar again. Reptar's gone down early twice now. Xe kills Terra. Alex coming around the side on the Sombra, trying to get the hacks the Tracer. That puts Tracer largely out of commission, not being able to use her movement abilities. Shots coming in from Killer. Dragon Strike comes in. Another massive shatter. Manages to get the nano boost as well. Manages to kill Killer. Terra kills Kahulu though. They're still in this fight. However, 2 CP. BFB kills Terra. Meteor Strike comes out. FPS Myth kills Xe. Who's the Meteor Strike going to hit? Oh, it didn't hit anyone. Okay. Reptar out of position now though. He can't chase too far. And I think they're going to be expecting the flank now.
Yeah,
Fire
as I
Strike doesn't
said,
get anything and they're going to reset on the point.
we saw
But
Hugo.
Alex is still behind Sombra.
We saw Hugo go for that pin on BFB, who is not. Oh, FPS Myth, sorry. Yeah, we saw Hugo go for that pin on FPS Myth. He got the pin, but he was in the backline, so he died. And the fact that he died, they had no shield for their team, and it was free shatter.
Alex comes out of invis mode in the Sombra. Terra kills Terra again. I am you, but more powerful. Killer kills BFB. Charge comes in, manages to kill Alex. Transcendence comes out. Kahulu, though, managed to kill Sharpness with Attack Visor. So that was a little bit too late, and the Mercy was a little bit out of position. Reptar on the Doomfist managed to just send Hugo up. Kahulu kills Terra again. So Kahulu Soldier is impressing me so far. Terra kills Xe, and it looks like that's going to be a reset for Team Black Velvet. Reptar kills Killer. Yeah, that's going to be the reset.
Yeah, we saw some late ults come out there, but one thing that Team Black Velvet did, they decided to save the EMP. Alex has this EMP, depending on how many people they get. He wants to try and find this Doomfist, he wants to find this Tracer, he wants to find this Sprint. These are the high value targets that he can get with CMP.
He's flanked around behind now. He's in the little room on the right-hand side behind the group. He's looking for that juicy EMP right now. Setting up on high ground is Black Velvet now. They're just waiting for the EMP to engage. Hugo drops down, gets a nice fire strike. 4 ults on the side of... A Shatter comes out, only gets Terror, but Terror is a high-value target. Meteor Strike comes in, gets Killer. Terror gets Hugo, and that's going to be the end of the push. FPS Smith kills Sharpness and Ixie, and FPS Smith has been pulling his weight in this game.
You think you're Kaiser? No, I am Kaiser, says FPS Smith, talking to Hugo. Hugo has not been blocking many of these shatters. He hasn't got many of the shatters in himself. And FPS Smith, he's taking his role. It's the defensive Rhine that are really pulling in for that team at the minute.
Alex was very close to getting detected then by the Tracer player, but he's just still back there. He's not used his EMP. They've got Graviton Surge and they've got Earth Shatter now. This is when they should be able to win this fight. They've got Dragon Strike as well. There should be nothing that stops this. There's the EMP, there's the Shatter and the Grab, and there's the Dragon, and that's going to be the team fight won instantly. Doomfist, Reptar comes in on the Doomfist trying to get something. Sharpness kills Reptar on the Battle Mercy, and that's going to be the map and the series going over to Black Velvet 3-0.
Don't forget, we are playing a 4th map, however, for map points, and yeah, we are going to be going over to one more map to see as a constellation who will win either series, but it looks like it might go over to Black Velvet. Again, they've been playing so well this entire series. Again, just undeniably dominating the defense. Oh, sorry, they're dominating Team Beretta. Again, they just needed to stack up the ults. They only needed 1 tick. They realized this. They had a lot of time. They waited for EMP. They waited for Grab. They waited for the Dragon Snipe. They waited for that win condition. They got it. They used it. They won the map. Simple as.
Yeah. Now, despite Killer getting the play of the game, really, my play of the game personally goes to Terra for his flanking Zen with the 4K.
Yeah, that was insane.
There's no... It's just amazing. The story behind his Zen play was that he didn't have an interact key bound, so he just went on the flank by himself.
No interact key, no problem. He can just go and kill everybody instead.
Yeah. Goes in with all the kills. They're making a sub by the looks, so Scoops might be coming back in. Surely they won't be subbing out FPS Myth. And they're not. It looks like they'll be subbing out BFB for Scoops. Interesting. I didn't see what BFB was playing. I didn't say his name that many times, to be honest.
BFB was playing DPS. He was on the Tracer.
He was? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but they're going to probably be adding Scoops back in the run one, this triple tank. They'll have him on Zarya. They'll probably have Myth on the Reinhardt, and they'll either have Reptar or Cthulhu, most likely running on this Roadhog or D.Va. Mostly likely going to be running triple tank, but we see a lot of different comps in for the defense. They're mostly going to either run Ryan Zarya or Orisa D.Va on this high ground, and it just depends. There's a lot of double sniper, there's a lot of Junkrat on this map as well, especially with the chokes being incredibly close and cornered.
And it seems like we've got Black Velvet on defense and Killer Contrantion going on to the Mei. So it looks like they're going to be holding the choke point using Mei Wall.
We've been debated too many times in the series. I think this may be a debate. Who knows?
Ooh. Calling the debate early, I see. We'll see.
But again, expect the unexpected. Anything could happen. Using a Mei for this choke would be really, really efficient. The choke is perfect for Mei's wall. You wall off the tank from the supports. They've got no chance of the surviving. You build up AWP economy. You get Hugo on that rare Shatter. You get that Shatter roll, and you get Alex on that Brigitte armor. It'll just be a roll. So, I think Team Beretta here, they need to run some sort of high mobility composition to be able to get over this wall, to be able to get in this backline, to be able to pressure these supports. Because Sharpness. Sharpness
What's happening here? So they used the Mei wall to hide their approach, and they're all hiding behind. What is this?
This is a big brain play. It's a huge brain play. The offense is not going to expect this. To be pushing through the choke, be pushing through the choke, to get hit from behind, from up top. Death from above, they shall call it. This is going to be fun to watch. We're going to see how Team Beretta reacts to Team Black Velvet pulling off this attack from above. But let's watch.
Let's watch. Let's watch. We got Reptar coming in, and he's up on top, even further on top. And that's a Maywaller. That's a charge in. Jump gets charged by Hugo, and this attack is working out for them so far. Alex kills Terra. The charge came in onto Ixie, but it doesn't matter. FPS Myth dies to Ixie, and that's going to be a full-scale retreat. Although Reptar gets the late kill on Sharpness. He should have probably retreated after that. However, he managed to get that kill, which means they have the respawn advantage for it. The res comes out onto Reptar, and they need to push in now that they haven't got a Mercy. Xe is going back as well to try and ferry the Mercy back to point as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Reptar
but we are
comes in, but he gets picked off by Alex. He went in by himself too deep. FPS Myth again. Look at how far FPS Myth is in comparison to the rest of his team. Scoops is going to get frozen and demeched here. And despite, I believe that is Kahula on the Soldier, he's cornered by the Lucio and by the Diva. And that's going to be the point being held.
Yeah, due to this like really offensive standpoint from the offense on the first push, you can see that Alex has already built up his Brigitte ult, Hugo's already built up his Shatter, Xe has already built up his Diva Bomb. They're gonna have a lot of ults. They're gonna be using these ults really efficiently with the way they've been using the ults all game, and we're gonna see Alex pop the rally.
And this is another story of Team Bear Raiders not knowing how to deal with the Brigitte. Maywar comes in, wars off 3 of them, and Reptar is being very aggressive. He dies in the end as well for that aggression. He went to, and then the Fire Strike came in. Hugo manages to, oh no, it was Xe that finishes off Scoop. May Blizzard comes out, and Killer trying to attack him further manages to get Terror on the Mercy, and that's going to be another hold.
We're seeing Sharpness do his best
chasing after. He's chasing after the Soldier, and that's a late pick on the Soldier by Killer.
Yeah. Big stagger. We also saw Sharpness trying to do his best Neptuno impression, getting some inspiration from the Overwatch League game today, feeling it as the Mercy, and yeah, he can feel it. They've already won the series. They're just playing for fun now, playing for this map differential.
Triple DPS coming out from the side of Berators. Oh no, they've swapped Kahulu off the Soldier while he had Tac Visor. And again, they've just gone in one at a time. FPS Myth gets picked off, and now they're just going to Shadow, huge Shadow, comes out, gets 3 people down, the follow-up is there. Alex kills Terra, Xe kills Kahulu, Hugo kills Reptar, and that's going to be another reset. Alex kills Scoops as he was backing up into the spawn.
Again, switching Kahulu off that Soldier resets their ult economy. They had that Visor, they had that win condition, but they decided to throw it away, change up the team composition, and we're seeing a double shield comp being ran by the offense here.
I wouldn't advise this at all. Looks like they're going through onto the hotel now. Looks like they've learnt from going into May's wall so many times that maybe it's not the best idea to keep getting separated by it. They all managed, and that's a pause. What was this pause for?
Who knows? Who knows? Terra needed to restart his game, yes.
Sounds. He didn't have sounds.
Did he really need sounds, though? Did Terra really need sounds? I don't think he did. He's been playing for 3 minutes and 10 seconds. He's been dominating on this Lucio. He's been speed boosting his team in. He's been keeping his team up. Does he really need sounds? Really?
No, not really.
No, of course not. Terra's too good for sounds.
Terra's kind of a god at the moment. All I hear are Divas boosters. Hearing continuous Orisa shooting.
Yeah.
Because of the pause.
Pause.
Far out. Far out, Brussels sprout. I wish we were told a little more about when pauses are coming up, but oh well. They would be kind of useful. Yeah. But now we're just waiting for a bit. We're going to be waiting for this to restart more. Really, I'm not sure how to think of this. They're going to win the Shield War. That's for sure. Kahulu's left the game now as well. I don't understand what's happening here. There we go, he's back. I think he was getting annoyed. Oh no, he's back, but he's on the wrong team. God damn it. There we go. He's on the right team now. He's on the right team now, guys. It's okay. We're sorting it out. The thing is, if he didn't have sounds, why did he wait so long is my question to it. It's annoying, but oh well. Oh well. We're here to bring you some Overwatch, and we will eventually actually finish this Overwatch match. I promise you. I promise. At some point, we will finish this match.
Struggling to keep my eyes open, Harry. I'm struggling, man.
Sorry, but
I'm
I'm
struggling.
sorry. I know it's like, what, 4:30 a.m. or something for you now?
Yeah.
Oh no, bud.
It's rough.
Oh no. Oh goodness gracious me. Bad PC. Oh. Yeah, it's just because of the pause while she was shooting. Yeah, it's just because of the pause while she was shooting. It's no good. Tara will eventually join back. I'm a little tired as well, man. Goodness gracious me.
Oh. Mm. But
My
yeah,
apologies, guys, for the stream buffer and for the constant pauses. Everything will be fixed for next game, I assure you.
hopefully the buffering hasn't affected the casting experience for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed us, first of all, with only 50 seconds and one more attack coming in. Unless Team Burritos can do something here, but they've reset their economy so many times. You look at the defense, coming up to the mail, they're coming up to another rally, and we all know Hugo can get his ult in within 10 seconds with one fire strike, probably, knowing him.
Yeah.
But Terra has rejoined. He is going to get back onto Lucio. He's going to get back to the point extremely quickly, but we are going to see the pause.
Here we go, and now it's going to de-evolve into a fight. The tire is coming. Scoops dies to Exy though. He was out of position, and they still haven't really noticed it. Rally comes out, Blizzard comes out, manages to get the Honor into it, and kills the Honor. There's self-destruct, I think, just to get mech back. Terra dies to kill her again, and Cthulhu gets frozen. Terra kills FPS mid. Riptire coming out, this has to be huge. He gets 2 with the Riptire! It's massive! Both Killer and Sharpness now, but they need to be able to capitalize on this, and at the moment it's just Scoops. He goes in by himself. He's trying his hardest, but he dies in the end. Jub comes in on the Honor by himself. He also gets melted. Terra comes in with Vegeta. Terra comes in with Vegeta. FPS Myth gets the charge on Terra. Alex kills Terra though. This is going to be a very long drawn out fight at the moment. Scoops comes back in on the thing. Shadow comes out, doesn't hit anyone. That's the first Shadow that he's not been able to hit anyone on. Alex kills Reptar. Exy gets Cthulhu. Exy gets Scoops as well. Hugo kills Jub, and that's going to be the full hold again for Black Velvet. This is just... No.
We just saw really it was the win condition for Bria. They killed the Rhine with Reptar, and Scoops got 2 with his tire. They had 20 seconds left. They had so much time to regroup. They had the respawns, but they went in not together. They went in separately. They got picked. That's why they lost that fight. They were unable to communicate with each other. They just didn't use their comm. They could have talked. They could have said, hey, let's regroup. We've got 3 picks here. We've got the respawns. Let's just go back in together as a 6. And they just didn't. And they couldn't do it. It was a big tire from, but they were unable.
Yeah, and Scoops, he's been putting in work on the Junkrat. He hasn't been doing poorly. He built up that tire quite quickly when he swapped. But I think this is going to be another... I think this is going to be another wipe for Team Black Velvet. Killer on the Bastion. They're doing an attack Bastion strategy. Something similar to the Dallas Fuels attack Bastion, maybe.
We've already seen Bastion once this game. Doesn't mean we can't see it again, especially since we saw on
That's
Volskaya.
very
We
true.
saw on
And
the
there's
fifth point
Symmetra
defense.
coming out from Terra. Terra on the sim. Oh god, that's terrifying.
That is terrifying. Having someone with Terra's aim on Sim would scare the hell out of anybody.
It's okay. Swapped over to Lucio. That's actually not any better.
Yeah, but on the defense, we are going to see this triple DPS solo tank composition with Reptar on the Doomfist, Scoops on the Junkrat, and Myth on this Soldier. The Soldier's going to provide a little bit more healing, but they're going to need to keep Terra up, or he'll end up getting run over.
Oh, most definitely. And I think they've been changing Terra's role so often within this game. He's been on main healer, he's been on off healer, he's been on main tank, and he's been on off tank. And now, Bastion high ground. They're still going. They're just going off over it. Is the teleporter going to come out here? No, there's no sim. They're just going to set up on the high ground and start trying to melt. The shield goes down. But Killer gets 2. Alex kills Reptar, and that's going to be them charging onto the point now. Alex gets Cthulhu as well. Terra dies to Killer. Alex kills FPS Smith, and that was just a story right there. That was just a picture-perfect attack using the
As we
Bastion.
saw the last breaths of Team Burrito, they fell 4-0 to Black Velvet, and we see Killer Contraction with the play of the game. And this was at such an incredibly big male. They caught a couple, and that multiple freeze, that buff that Mei got, where she's allowed to freeze multiple enemies, really helped out. And that is going to be the end of the series, with Black Velvet taking the full sweep 4-0.
Yes, and I guess it is time for us to do an MVP. So I'm going to go first, and I have to say that it's between 2 people from Black Velvet, and I'm going to go with the person who we've talked about the most this entire game. We're going to be talking about Hugo.
Definitely.
All of his shadows were massive. His Reinhardt play in general was just amazing. And yeah, I really no complaints on Hugo. His positioning was always pretty good. And yeah, huge shadows always coming in clutch.
We know who Harry's vote's going to, but who do you guys want to vote? You guys can join in as well. You can vote in the chat. There'll be an MVP vote where you guys can join in. I think my vote is also going to go... No, my vote isn't going to go for Hugo. Hugo was huge all game, but my vote has to go DPS flanking Jonak in Jonak, man. Terra. Terra's going to take it for me. Terra was absolutely insane all game. He did everything from playing Zen to just killing everything, playing Lucio, to playing with no sounds and still dominating. My vote goes to Terra. His vote goes to Hugo, but there's going to be a vote. You guys can vote on the vote as well. And just pick your MVP, see who you want.
Alrighty, guys. I think that's going to be doing it for today as well. So thank you all for coming by and watching. And we hope to see you again next time. Again, I apologize for any technical difficulties that we had. Of course, the amount of pauses was not great. However, everything will be fixed for next stream, and I do hope you come back and join us once more. So this has been Harry and Madge. I'm going to sign off now. Thanks for having us, and we'll see you all later. Take care.
In a bit.
a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah. Light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah.